Hey, fourth grade, happy Friday. It's Friday, it's Friday. I bet every day kind of feels like Friday for you virtual learners, huh? Because you're always at home. That's okay. It's still going to feel like Friday because you don't have schoolwork tomorrow. All right, so let's get moving. Today we're moving on to 4.6. See, I skipped another lesson. Sorry, guys, but I promise it makes sense this way. Promise, I promise. Okay, so today we're talking about division and the distributive property. So 69 divided by 3. What we're about to do with this is going to look similar to something we also did in chapter 2. So hang tight and let's look at it. I'm going to do this one and you're just going to watch, and then I want you to have a piece of paper so that you can do the second one along with me. Okay, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to break this 69 up by tens and ones and make sure that it can be divided by 3. So when I break 69 up into tens and ones, I've got 60 and 9. Now, can 60 be divided by 3? Does 3 times something give me this 6? Let's look at it that way. Yes, so that one will work. Does 3 times something give me 9? Yes, so that's going to work. Now I'm going to go ahead and say this right now, that it's not always going to work out perfectly with it being broken up by tens and ones. Sometimes you're going to have to think a little bit more creatively and break the number up differently. So for example, if we had 45 divided by 3, if I did 40 divided by 5, 3 can't go into 40, so you would have to break it up a little bit differently. But let's focus on this one for right now. But I did just want to throw that out there, that it's not always going to work this perfectly, and sometimes you're going to have to get creative. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to break it up this way. I'm going to say 60 divided by 3. That 3 will remain constant. It will not change, okay? Plus, then I'm going to take this 9 divided by 3. Then I'm going to solve these separately. Okay, so let's look at this one. 60 divided by 3. We learned how to do this yesterday. So we're going to pull out that basic fact and then add the 0 on the end. So what basic fact are we seeing in 60 divided by 3? Correct. We're going to be seeing the 60, the 6 divided by 3. And remember, we can think of it as 3 times what gives me 6. So 3 times what gives me 6? 3 times 2 gives me 6. So 6 divided by 3 is 2. And then I'm going to make sure I add the right amount of zeros. There is only 1 0 here. So I'm going to be adding that 1 0 there. Okay, I'm going to bring down this addition symbol, and then I'm going to solve 9 divided by 3. So again, think of it like this. 3 times what gives you 9? So I'm thinking. 3 times 3 equals 9. So I've got 3. 9 divided by 3 is 3. So now all I have to do is add those together. 20 plus 3 gives me 23. Very good. So 69 divided by 3 is 23. All right, now this next one you're doing with me. So if you didn't go grab a piece of paper and pencil already, go grab one now, and I'll give you like 10 seconds and then we'll get started. Five, 4, 3, 2, hurry, run back to your seat. Oh, you already sitting there? Because you got pencil and paper the first time? Good job, guys. Okay. I'm sorry I'm so silly, y'all, but that's okay. All right, so 26 divided by 2. First thing we're going to do is we're going to look at this 26 and we're going to divide it up by tens and ones and see if that'll work to be divided by this 2. So this 2 has a value of 20. Very good. And this 6 has a value of 6. Very good. Now, can 2 go into 20 evenly? Does 2 times something give me 20? Yes, it does. So that's going to work. We can use that. What about 6? Does 2 times something equal 6? Yeah, 2 times 3 equals 6. So that will work as well. So this is another example. Well, this is going to work out perfectly. But like I said, there's going to be examples in the future where it might not always work out this way. But this is why we learn different methods to divide so that we don't always have to rely on this. All right, so I'm going to go ahead and do it just like I did this one. So I'm going to have what in my first set of parentheses. What divided by what? Yes, I'm going to take this 20 and I'm going to divide it by 2. Remember, this 2 stays constant. This stays the same. Okay, bring my addition symbol down. What's going to go in the second set of parentheses? Very good. This 6 divided by 2, because again, that 2 stays constant. All right, so now I go into both parentheses and I solve each of these problems. 20 divided by 2. Now, I can go and see my basic fact, which is what? Yep, we've got 2 divided by 2. 2 times what gives me 2? Yep, 2 times 1 gives me 2. And then I've got 1 0 here. Very good. This is also a basic fact all on its own. So if you knew that 2 times 10 would give you 20, you could have worked it out that way as well. All righty. Then I'm going to make sure I transfer my addition symbol down. And then I'm going to solve 6 divided by 2. And again, how can we think of that to solve that? Yeah, we can turn it around and use multiplication. 2 times what gives me 6? Very good. 2 times 3 gives me 6. All righty. So now I just simply have to add these together. 10 plus 3 gives me what, 4th grade? Very good. 13 is correct. So 26 divided by 2 is 13. All right, very good. I'm going to write down a quick example over here to show you that sometimes it's not going to work out well. You do not have to write this one down with me. You can come back to this and watch it again if you need to see the example, but you do not have to write this one down. But you do need to know that sometimes this is going to happen. So if we've got 45 divided by 3, if we break up 5 into 40 and 5, well, 3 times nothing's going to give me this 40. And 3 times nothing's going to give me this 5. So that's not going to work. So I'm going to have to think of another way to break this up to then divide it out. So what I could do is I could think what plus what gets 45 that is also divisible by 3. Okay? And in this case, we could do, we could say 30 plus 15. Does 30 plus 15 equals 45? It does. And can 3 go into 30? 3 times 10 equals 30. And then 3 times what equals 15? Very good. So that's going to work as well. And then you would just do it like so. 30 divided by 3 plus 15 divided by 3. You would solve those, and then you would get your answer. Now again, you're not going to see a ton of those like that, but it is a possibility. And I don't like to send y'all off to do work in case there is a possibility that you could see something like this, okay? Because I know y'all are all spread out in different classes, so sometimes different teachers assign different things, so we just don't know. All right, guys, you have rocked it today. You are all so super smart. Enjoy your Friday, enjoy your weekend, and I will see you right back here on Monday.